So really quick, I finished doing a setup for this client on their Epiphone, and I get asked this a lot, and if you look through our videos, you'll actually find a video of us restringing a complete guitar, but I just thought I'd show you the final steps on this. So I always like to put, this is a steel string guitar acoustic with the ball end strings, and we're using Diodario strings. So I always like to put the ball end strings in first, kind of making sure that I follow, you'll see right there, I put the ball in and then I push it down with the pin. And then from here, you'll see that the pin is moving down, but the string is not. And that's what we want. That means that the ball end is held at the bridge plate and the pin is now holding it in place. You don't want it to keep sliding down, because then that string is going to keep sliding as you're playing it and stretching, and you're never going to be able to get it in tune. But here's the thing that a lot of people make the mistake of, and this is what I wanted to show you. Some people will put the string through here, and then they'll just start winding it up, and the string winds and winds and winds. But a lot of people will do this, where they'll put the string through and then it winds up on the top like this. Well, what happens when you do that, and I'm using the slack because I don't want to, is now the string, instead of having a good downward angle, or what we call a break right here at the nut, it ends up sitting up at the top here, and you have less of that break or downward angle. So here's how I do it, and people are going to have their different ways of doing it, and they're going to say that maybe my way is not the best, and that's okay, but I've only been doing it for 30 years. So but anyways, so you'll see I first of all, I bring the string and I give it tension, and then I wrap it around maybe 1.5 times on the bass strings, and then I'll slide it through like this, and you'll notice that I'm wrapping the string on top, so the string is being wound underneath. Okay, now normally I would do all of them. For this case, I'll just do one, and then we'll bring some tension on here. Okay, and now if you look right here, you'll see that the string is wound. Let me turn it so you can see from this side, underneath, and we have that good break and angle right here on the string. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, and again, people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Some people like to cut the string and then they'll bend it at the end so you don't get poked by it. This is something that I learned, again, about 32 years ago. I just bend the string back and forth until it breaks. And it breaks right at the head of the tuner. And again, people will say, oh no, that's not good, it's going to slip, this and that. 32 years, never been an issue. The other great thing about this, especially for musicians who are performing, if that string breaks when you're performing, super easy to remove the string. You're not battling with that little edge that's hanging over with the bend on it. So that's pretty much it. On the high strings, the same thing. I just wind it a few more times because this is not a wound string. So I do the same thing, and I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the high E because it's a thinner string. And then I'm going to bring it through here. If I can see without my glasses, because I'm getting old. There we go. And then the same thing, bring it tight, put tension on there, tighten the string, and then just bend it back and forth. It'll loosen when it breaks. Just there. And then you just tune them to pitch, and that's it.